fucking Drewski, boys.
Hey guys, Operator Drewski here, and today we're going to be talking about the AK-12. This is a rifle from the ArmA 3 Apex expansion that is now available in most of the King of the Hill servers, most of the Wasteland servers and stuff like that. And I want to just talk about it and kind of explain why it is a very interesting gun for your loadout choices now. So I was doing my video on the SPAR 16 versus the MXSW yesterday, and I really noticed that a lot of people were using the AK-12. Not a lot of people were doing amazing with it, but there were just a lot of people that were using this rifle. And I wondered, I was like, oh, I guess it's the, only 7.62 30 round mag rifle out there right now, so that's probably why a lot of people are using it, because in ArmA 3, caliber means everything. 5.56 versus 7.62. If you have that in a assault rifle, 7.62 is going to win every single time. 7.62 has the capabilities of two-shotting you, even one-shotting you if you don't have any like ballistic protection. It can one-shot to the torso you at closer ranges. There are a lot of differences that you have with an AK-12 compared to something like a SPAR 16 or even an MX. Now, I wanted to test, what's the downside of this AK-12? I really didn't know, and I wanted to figure out what was the downside of it, because if it's 7.62, you gotta have, more recoil than a 6.5 or a 5.56 and stuff. You gotta have lesser accuracy, blah, blah, blah. Now, I tested the recoil, and here's the clips of the recoil. The SPAR 16 shot, a good amount of recoil, but not much at all because it's 5.56. It's a gun that's very easy for, newer people to first-person shooters on PC to use because it doesn't have much recoil, and it only goes vertically. It doesn't have much horizontal movement on the X-axis. But then you have the MX, and you get a lot of recoil. You see a lot of recoil. You see a slight movement to the right, I believe. That's what I remember. But then, interestingly, the AK-12 doesn't even have the same amount of recoil as the MX. The MX is a 6.5, the AK-12 is a 7.62. And in a game of King of the Hill, I started using the AK-12. And I realized that there was no downside to it. Accuracy was as good as an MX. Accuracy was as good as the SPAR 16. There was no weakness to the AK-12. I was able to hit helicopters flying in with one-shot headshots from 300 meters away. I mean, stupidly long distances. You would be able to get that one or two shot kills that would just be able to take down an entire LSV or something from a distance. Like, there was a Jeep or LSV that was driving up from probably 500 meters away, and I just started firing rounds at it with the RCO. Just firing rounds. I got, I think I fired 1 or 2 rounds, and I got a headshot. I fired 1 or 2 rounds again. I got another kill. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then, later on, I was spraying into a squad of people, got 2 kills. Later on, I was, spraying into a helicopter that was landing, got so many more kills. I had achieved 26 kills before I was able to die, before I was able to get shot. And this, I ran out of ammo so many times because I was killing so many people, and I had to pick up the AK-12 ammo off of dead bodies of people I had just killed to be able to continue fighting. And the thing I noticed as I was fighting is that I had a lot of magazines that had 6 or 9 or 15 rounds in them that I had reloaded and were ready to go again. And whenever I would reach that magazine, I would be like, oh, I only have 15 rounds. That is because I would go through an entire firefight. I would fight a person, and I wouldn't spray through the entire mag. I would only use, maybe 5 or 6 rounds to kill a person, compared to what you would get with a SPAR 16, where you usually waste the entire mag just trying to spray at a person in close quarters because it takes like a 5-shot kill sometimes. With the AK-12, it is immensely an advantage at closer ranges. I mean, you can 1 to 2 shot people guaranteed with any armor at those closer ranges with the AK-12. And the fact is that you have that assault rifle recoil with a 30-round mag with 7.62 just makes it a huge difference compared to something like an MX or something like a SPAR 16, or it's just any Cativa or whatever the new CSAT primary rifle is. I don't even know what it's called yet. There is a gigantic difference in the AK-12's firepower compared to those guns. And especially when, I've actually wanted to do a video for a while now of, the difference of 7.62. Because in ArmA 3, you go, 5.56, you go 6.5, you see, a little bit of difference in those. And then you jump to 7.62, and you see just how gigantic of a difference the 7.62 can make in terms of ballistics, like, you know, penetrating through walls and stuff. You can see how it really does not give a shit about armor compared to other rifle rounds. There is a huge difference in 7.62 in terms of, you know, bullet velocity and range and stuff as well. And when you pack that 7.62 bullet into an assault rifle with a 30-round mag and, you know, not much recoil at all, it does have some vertical or horizontal sway to the right whenever you fire, but you can kind of learn that overall. But when you pack that into an AK-12, a little tiny AK-12, they can also have a grenade launcher on the bottom. You are a absolute beast. There's nothing that can stop you. If you hooked on a silencer, a good RCO or ACOG or something, and then you had that grenade launcher underneath, oh my gosh, you are just a one-man army with that gun. There is no disadvantage to having the 30-round magazine, as I usually say with most assault rifles in something like King of the Hill. There's barely any disadvantage to that because of the fact that you have so much firepower within those 30 rounds. You don't need to fire all the 30 rounds to even take out a squad of people. This gun is honestly, I would highly suggest this to anybody starting off and not wanting to buy a super expensive like MXSW yet or anything like that, because this gun is great. It won't be the best for shooting parachuters, which honestly is like 1/3 of the kills you'll get in a King of the Hill gameplay, but it is amazing at everything else it does. I'll be honest, it seriously was just crazy good today, and beat out every other gun that I was trying to fight. So guys, if you guys would like me to do a review over another gun in ArmA 3 King of the Hill, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Probably Apex guns are probably what I'm going to be highlighting in the future because those are newer guns. A lot of people don't know them. But in review, the AK-12 is an amazing gun, and I hope you guys do check it out. So guys, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Oh, hello, friend!
We made it!
No, this can't happen. No!
Yeah, get him, buddy!
Contact, man! 20!
Oh my god! Look down! Oh